Hey, what's happening, Diggletdreamers? Mather's back with the next episode, next team builder for the CDL. Up this week is week 4, up against Marenoc of the Lexington Larvitar. Old buddy of mine, definitely fought him in a few leagues in the past. So I'm looking forward to this one. He said, look forward to some lit sets. So I am, indeed. And I'm trying to bring some somewhat lit sets of my own that will hopefully work out for me. If you want to see my draft overview, obviously this is my draft right here. You can check out the link at the top right of the video screen. But I'll go over his draft now. So if you're wondering, this is just my other week teams. I'm not hiding anything up here. So his draft, he has two Z-Move users, two Z-Mons, which are Metagross and Salazzle. And then he also has Diancie, Dredagon, Mega Glalie, Hitmontop, Noivern, Roserade, Regular Rotom, Seismitoad, and Serena. He got some really cool Pokemon. I really wanted Noivern, Serena, Salazzle, really good Pokemon in this tier. Metagross, obviously one of the best Pokemon right now, so definitely not going to underestimate this team at all. First things that I noticed, Metagross and Salazzle are big offensive threats. I do have a few good switch-ins to most Metagross sets, being things like Vikavolt, Nidoqueen, Golisopod, but as you can see, or Mandibuzz too, as long as he's not running like Z Z Thunder Punch, which is a very scary set. So need to watch out for that with my Mandibuzz. Salazzle, a big threat. Of course, like something like a Hidden Power Grass can be really scary, but I do have Pokemon like Rhyperior and Mandibuzz that can potentially take a hit, and maybe Nidoqueen, but I'm not bringing Nidoqueen, as you can already see. I do have especially defensive Rhyperior is basically along to be able to take any stab hit from this thing. I think it might even live in HP Grass. Don't quote me on that though. Let me pull this up. Rhyperior, I just have the regular Stealth Rock set, I believe. Yeah, good special defense investment. Salazzle. See, I do actually take an HP Grass fairly well. It will only knock me out if I'm below 55%. So, and I can obviously knock him out with an Earthquake like 4 times over. So that's going to be pretty solid. Bringing Vikavolt with, okay, let me get into here. So I have pretty good special defensive investment. I got Ice Punch for the Noivern, because this Rhyperior is basically going to be my main check to things like Salazzle, things like Noivern, Rotom, maybe Dredagon, Diancie, even like a maybe not like a non-steel move locked in, or Metagross maybe, I don't know. But Rhyperior is a good Pokemon, can take hits. I do just need to watch out for, he has 2 grass types, Serena and the Roserade, and he's got his Seismitoad as well with the water moves, so I just need to watch out for that. But then I do have Vikavolt with the Life Orb Roost set, 3 attacks. I have enough speed to outspeed a non-speed invested Seismitoad. So I believe Seismitoad with no speed hits 184. Oh wait, maybe I'm not. Okay, I need a little more here. I'm going to take a little out of HP. So I need to hit 185. And that way I outspeed, okay. 68 in HP in a special attack. So I'm still hitting really hard even without the modest nature. Plus I have the Life Orb. I can Roost to heal myself up. This should be able to take some hits from things like Metagross, Serena, Rotom even, and I should be able to take on the Seismitoad very well. And you probably even take on like things like Hitmontop, maybe even tank a hit from like a Dredagon or Glalie, but could also hit the this thing, the Diancie. I can outspeed it and hit it with an energy ball. So I like how this guy's looking right now. Gonna be a very good offensive threat, as well as a solid defensive check to certain things. And then I have like a Choice Scarf Espeon with the Hidden Power Grass for Seismitoad. I'm debating Hidden Power Steel for the Diancie, but I think I'm gonna be okay. Well, Diancie is kind of a threat, but I do have Rhyperior, I do have Vikavolt, so I think I'm gonna be okay. I got Trick on there, so I can trick. Obviously, big targets for the Trick would be maybe Seismitoad, Diancie, Dredagon if it is like a defensive kind, and then maybe even like Hitmontop if I don't want to deal with that thing being messing with me with Rapid Spin and whatnot. I have Nasty Plot, Toxicroak, very fun Pokemon. One of my quote-unquote lit sets with the Black Sludge, Nasty Plot, Vacuum Wave Priority, Sludge Wave, and Shadow Ball, with enough speed to outspeed Metagross, a Jolly Metagross, Jolly Serena, and everything else except the Salazzle, Noivern, Roserade, and Rotom, which I couldn't outspeed anyway without like a Choice Scarf. So not really expecting much there. But Shadow Ball obviously does a good chunk to things like Metagross, Sludge Wave for that Serena. Vacuum Wave is not really, honestly not hitting that much, but it does hit the Glalie. Can I what is Glalie's speed? Glalie, I cannot outspeed Glalie, so I don't need to worry about outspeeding that, but I do have Vacuum Wave specifically for it. But also, just as a defensive Pokemon, Toxicroak should be able to tank hits from things like Roserade, Serena, Hitmontop, Diancie, a non-fire move from Salazzle. So it has some utility there as well. And then I do have Lycanroc, the team mascot, basically, with the Psychium Z this time, Zen Headbutt, basically for try to catch the Hitmontop. And then I have Drill Run. This hits things like Metagross and Diancie as well. Does it hit anything else? Not really. But then I have Accelerock, which knocks out Salazzle, Noivern, Roserade, Glalie, stuff like that. So, yeah. With the Swords Dance up, it'll be a lot scarier. Obviously, outspeeding most things. I could outspeed that. I can outspeed everything except the Noivern, the Salazzle. Yeah, except the Noivern and the Salazzle, which I knock out with Accelerock. So hopefully with the other moves like Drill Run and Zen Headbutt, I'm able to hit the other Pokemon like Serena, Seismitoad, Rotom, Dredagon. So I think there's a pretty good sweeping potential there if I can get rocks up and get things weakened. And then another what I consider a little slightly lit set is my Mandibuzz, with enough speed to outspeed Jolly Metagross and knock it out with a foul play. Let me actually calc that. Mandibuzz, Metagross. Let's say he's not choice banded. Foul play still has a chance to knock him out. Okay. So that's pretty sweet. It outspeeds it because Metagross at max speed hits 2. What is it? Oh no, I'm actually also EV to outspeed Serena, so I'm even faster than Metagross, really. Like way faster. Serena hits 267 Jolly, which means that my Mandibuzz will be able to take it on, be able to roost up. Although I guess I should worry about high jump kick. Let me see. Obviously, you can take these kind of hits. Let's see. High jump kick. 28. If I remove my flying type. Okay, so that's doing a lot. I need to watch out for that. It might even be better to not outspeed this thing. Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, why would I want to outspeed this thing? because if I don't outspeed this thing, then I can roost afterwards, and it'd be way better. So let me take away some. So Metagross hits at Jolly, it hits 262. So my Mandibuzz needs to be 263. Which I can't be exactly. Okay. So I will put that in defense. So now I'm 84 defense, 248 HP, 176 speed with a Jolly nature. Hitting 264 speed to outspeed that Metagross and knock it out with foul play. I'm also slower than a Jolly Serena, in which case I should be able to roost off basically any amount of damage it can do. I also have Defog, Toxic to deal with other Pokemon. Like obviously Defog can get rid of hazards, but then Toxic is there to hit things like Seismitoad, can catch Diancie, which I don't really want to stay in versus things like Diancie and Rotom, but if I can catch them with a Toxic on the switch, that'd be nice. Toxic does a lot more damage to Hitmontop than Foul Play, most likely. I could catch a Glalie on the switch or Dredagon and stuff like that. I could probably take a hit from Noivern as well. Maybe Foul Play would do, I don't know, I don't think Foul Play would do a lot. Maybe I can't even really take on a Noivern, but I feel like I could take a hit or two. Alright, let's see, support. Okay, I can tank that for sure. Let's see, like a Choice Specs. Alright, so Choice Specs I need to watch out for. So if it's doing that much damage, then I know it's Choice Specs, which would actually make it a lot easier for my Rhyperior to deal with. Unless it has Switcheroo. But if it's doing less than that, then I know it's not Specs. Unless, wait, yeah, this isn't changing the spread that I have at all, so it should be fine. So that is going to be the team. Hopefully it's lit enough, and hopefully it's going to be good enough and can come through. I feel like I didn't talk about Espeon that much, but Espeon is nice because with Hidden Power Grass, it can revenge Seismitoad, well, knock out Seismitoad, but then it can also, with the Scarf, outspeed. And do I have Shadow Ball? I should have Shadow Ball. Yeah, I have Shadow Ball. So Shadow Ball hits Metagross, Psychic hits Salazzle. Kind of hit Hitmontop with the Psychic and Roserade, stuff like that. So just good revenge KO or potential late game cleaner. And I haven't brought Espeon yet, so I decided I wanted to bring it this time. And I'll see you guys in the battle, which will be going up later today. So make sure to hit that subscribe and notification button so you know when it comes out. Until then, peace.